should even thank God that this one is physical abuse. I'm not saying any kind of abuse is better, but physical abuse is like they are laying that pain on your body. There are some that is going to be emotional abuse. You're going to be traumatized. You will always think that you are wrong. You will always think that you are to be blamed. You will always think so low of yourself. Please leave. Please leave. And I'm even shaking because I do not like hearing abuse. Hi, welcome back to Unwind with Arinola. I am your host. In case you're new here, my name is Arinola and I have a series, Hi Arinola Show, and this is the episode 2 of that series. On that series, people send in questions, people send in write-ups asking for my advice and also the advice of my viewers. On today's episode, one that was sent in is quite long. I didn't even have time to edit it, because I love to, sometimes change the English to make sense, but I'm going to read it the way it is here. I'm going to read it once and I'll just say my opinion about it at the end of the day. It was sent to me by someone I know, and so the person is going to remain anonymous. The person said, "Hi Arinola, I'm 27 years old, but let's rewind back to when I was 18. That was where this all started from." Okay, that's like 9 years ago. I'm a very pretty lady. Let's be sincere. Even me, I know that I'm pretty. That's nice. So the problem I have is I'm from a very poor background. And my parents just think that, okay, getting married is going to be an option for us to, get out of poverty, at least for the children to get out of poverty. And okay, we were being talked to about marriage early on. I finished secondary school around 17 years old. And I really, really wanted to continue my education, but my parents did not have the money. So, as I said before, I'm a very, very pretty girl. Right from when I was in SS2, I've been seeing rich allergies asking me out. Not young boys, I mean older men that are rich and want to take care of me. They usually tell me that my beauty needs to be taken care of, and I do not disagree with them. To cut the long story short, I got married when I was 18 years old to a man that was old enough to be my father, even though he's not my father's age. My father is older than him. But this man is quite older. He's in his 40s and he can give birth to me. But anyways, he was very rich. He took good care of me. He gave me all I wanted and I really enjoyed myself with him. 2 years after we got married, I was pregnant and this man died. I won't even say what happened after he died because that was a big thing I want to say in another write-up I sent to you. But anyways, his family threw me out because after I gave birth to a female and they said only a male can inherit what the allergy has. They threw me out and I went back to my parents' house. Can you imagine that my child was not even up to 6 months before I got another man, a very rich man that said he wants to marry me. I'm Fulani. I'm very beautiful. My hair is long and I'm very fair. You know Hausa men, they love fair girls. Immediately I told him I had a 6 months old and he said he didn't care. I told my mom about it and she said it's allowed in Islam. And when my child was 1 year, he asked to marry me because I had stopped breastfeeding my child. I married him and we started a family together. Okay. So now this man, he's rich. He's even richer than my first husband. But the problem is he beats me every single time. I was married to the first one for 2 years and he never raised his finger on me. He used to give me money which I used to use to help my family. My father even built a house from all the money I used to send to them. This one, he is more generous, but he beats me every single time. Now I'm helping my family to get out of poverty, but he has never given me that kind of huge money that can make me say, let me just leave this man and build my own family on my own without any man. My parents, I have never told them anything about the beating, but my mom is suspecting. I do not want to tell them because I do not want them to be in a situation where they have to choose between me remaining with an abuser or coming back home. Please advise me. I really do not like hearing stories about abuse because I frown at abuse a lot. This is a very long story, but I've read it before, so I understand it. In case you don't understand the story, please rewind back and revisit the story, like listen to the story very well for you to understand what I'm going to advise her. So she got married at the age of 18. She stayed with her for 2 years. That should be 20. Then she gave birth. I don't know how old the pregnancy was when the man died. So let's just say plus 1 year, that's 21 plus 9 months. Let's just say 22. So she got married to the second man at the age of 22. And she's 27 years now. That means she has been with the man for 5 years. And her family have built a house. That means she should be able to have saved up to leave this man, because I think from what I've read here, she feels like her families rely on her, and it would be bad for her to just leave the man and go back to her house because she has not gathered enough money to stand on her own. I'm very sure from this thing that I read that this lady does not work. I stay in Kaduna and I know the settings of a typical Hausa home. So I'm very sure she doesn't work. And even if she gathers the money, I'm very sure she might not even know how to use this money to work, because she has never worked all her life. She got married at the age of 18. She didn't struggle. She struggled because she's from a poor family, but she didn't struggle about working. She didn't know anything about that. She has always been taken care of. So my advice for her is this. I will never tell somebody in an abusive relationship to remain there. I will never do that. I will always tell you to leave. When to leave, I do not know. I'm not going to give you a time frame. I'm just going to tell you, leave immediately. If you now you are the one that is wearing the shoe, you know where it's hot. You have to know when to leave, because this whole write-up is about abuse, and I really feel for you that you lost your first husband. It's not an easy thing to go by. The second man, he knows that he is taking good care of you, so he thinks that he can act in any way and is going to go away with it. Beating is not something that any human being should take. I don't even know. She didn't talk about her giving birth in the second man's place. I don't know. What is the source? Why does he beat you? Is that how he beats his other wives, if he has other wives? Because I'm very sure the kind of man has other wives. I'm very sure. I am very, very sure he has other wives or other wife. Why does he beat you? All these things do not need to be answered. All you have to do is leave. But I will really want you to answer this, because your scenario is not a normal kind of scenario. It's not a scenario where you have only yourself to feed after you leave this relationship. You have your family, you have your children if you give birth to other ones for him. You have a lot. I don't even know where your first child is staying. Maybe he or she is staying with your mother and father. I do not know. You did not include that in your write-up, but you have a lot to think of. You have a lot to think of. I don't know how long this beating has been going on for, but I want to tell you that you should not continue to take this beating. And I also do not want to tell you that you should just live like that. As I've said before, you have a lot. You have a lot to think about before you leave. You have a lot to think about. And your parents have to know that he is beating you, because you say you did not tell your parents in the write-up. You have to let your parents know what you are going through. You are only 27 and it's allowed. You can even get married again. But I don't think that you should rush into another marriage if peradventure you get out of this one. I'm just saying your age allows you, especially in this northern part of Nigeria, it is allowed. It's in the West that they're going to help you count your husband. You've married the first one, second one. This one. Do you get? Thank God that this other one did not die. So it's not like they're going to say you're done killing your husband. You're just going to leave and don't care about what other people will say, because this is your safety. Safety first. Safety first. I have a lot of things I want to tell you, but because you did not include some of these details in this video, in this write-up that you sent to me, I do not know what to say and what not to say. And I'm not married. Typically, I'm not married. I used to say that I don't think that I can forgive a cheating partner, but people say I say it because I'm not married. So I want to tell you to leave him, but for the fact that I'm not married, I don't know how it feels. I want people that are married and are experienced to talk about this in the comment section, because I will advise you, but then I know that there are older people that have more experience that will want to advise you in a better way in the comment section. So please, you should come read the comment section, actually on my YouTube, because I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube, the longer version. And I just wish you all the best. Nobody should go through this. Nobody should go through a relationship where they are being abused. Nobody should. It's not a good thing. It doesn't benefit the body. Your body will get old fast. You will lose yourself. You will lose your self-esteem. Sometimes it will make you think that is the normal way to live because you are being abused. You should even thank God that this one is physical abuse. I'm not saying any kind of abuse is better, but physical abuse is like they are laying that pain on your body. There are some that is going to be emotional abuse. You're going to be traumatized. You will always think that you are wrong. You will always think that you are to be blamed. You will always think so low of yourself. And these narcissist people, they will continue to pull a string on you. They will make you think so low of your life. They will make you think that you can only survive with them, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good place to be. So now I hope you listen to all of this video, but this is my final advice to you. You have to leave that marriage. I'm not going to tell you when to leave the marriage, how to leave the marriage, but you have to leave that marriage, and you have to let your parents, people that love you, know about this right now. You have to let someone in right now. You have to tell somebody. Sometimes we know what to do, but we just need somebody to tell us what to do in order for us to do it. Please leave. Please leave. And I'm even shaking because I do not like hearing abuse. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this particular one. Please leave your comment, the advice, things I should improve on in the comment section, and I will definitely improve on that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Tell a friend to tell a friend that Hi Arinola show is now on YouTube on One with Arinola channel, and share my link, like this video, leave a comment, yeah, subscribe. Bye.